Well, hello everybody. It's Brother Todd with your Victory Minute, and I hope y'all all having a good day out there. I hope you're staying warm. If you're around these parts of Texas right now, you know we're not really ready for, very ready for days like this and weather like this. I hadn't seen it this cold since I was a boy. But like when I was a boy, I liked to be out in it. We was kids, you couldn't get us out of a day like this. We'd play way up till dark, and they'd have to make us come in and warm up. We'd be about half frostbit, and I loved going hunting in it and looking down, seeing places where there hadn't been any people stepping. Even this morning, I'm making this afternoon. This morning I was out here, made y'all a minute, and mentioned something in it, and some things changed in it. I didn't release it yet, so I just wanted to update it. But I was walking around back there, and I was kicking in that snow and thinking, I'm the first person to get stepped back here in it. And just always enjoyed it. I was walking around out in my old coat. My son gave me this coat. It's an old military coat from somewhere in Eastern Europe where they really know about being in the bitter cold. I'm gonna tell you, it's the warmest thing you ever seen. You put on anything other than a t-shirt under it, it'll melt you. And I was thinking this morning, I was putting this thing on. I was thinking, boy, I sure am glad I got this thing. I don't use it all the time. In fact, most of the time it just takes up space in the closet. But boy, when you hit the day like this, you better be ready for it. Now, lots of folks found out with this weather coming in like this that, we just don't build things for weather like this, We down here in Texas, I was laughing about it earlier. I thought, Lord help. I said, we stand on the, well, I'll tell you the story. What I was really thinking about was, I remember the first time I was driving out west, and I was looking out there where I've seen them old mesas out there in the old Texas skyline. And I remember they started putting up them windmills. And I thought, boy, that's the ugliest looking thing I ever seen in my life. Just ruined the landscape. And there's a bunch of propellers everywhere, and I thought, boy, it just looks terrible. And then now they tell me them windmills is the reason we ain't got any electricity. All of them froze up and this and that. I was laughing at myself. I thought, Lord help. We sitting on the biggest deposit of natural gas in the whole planet. And here we are with no electricity. We ain't got enough sense to use it. But anyway, I leave that smarter people than me to figure out why we do stuff like that. But anyhow, so I was thinking, boy, everybody was like, well, we thought we was prepared and found out we wasn't. And I was telling some of the boys earlier today, I thought, here, what happened to all this talk I heard about a year ago about all the anarchy and everything coming unwound, how everybody's gonna make it and live. Lord help. Kids have been telling me some of the stuff people been whining about on Facebook, no electricity for 12 hours and crying and going on. You can quit crying, get up and do something about it. But anyway, I guess I'm just old man in it now. But you say, preacher, where are you going with this? All that talk, all that you better be ready for the day had me thinking about a verse of scripture Paul told the church at Corinth. He said, one day judgment's gonna come, and it's telling me I'm about out of battery. And you're gonna stand before the Lord. He said, you take heed how you build on this foundation of Jesus. He said, what you build on it, whether it's gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, he kind of dropped it down in worth as he kind of went there. And he said, because it's going to all get exposed, and he says, because the day will declare it. And there's always coming a day when talk gets cheap and you got to act. You can't sit around and complain. You got to get to acting. You can't get ready if you ain't ready. And you can get caught. Jesus said, you watch out because I come like a thief in the night. In other words, things come up on you when you're not expecting. He said, if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he said he would have prepared. The funny thing is in life, a lot of people have opportunity to get ready, but never do. Old Brother Jim Everidge always tells a story about the old court jester that old king sent him out to find a bigger fool than he was, and he come back and searched the kingdom, and old king said, you found somebody? He said, yeah, I found him where I left him. He said, what do you mean? He said, well, the biggest fool in this kingdom's you, old king. He said, what are you talking about? He said, well, you about to die, and you ain't ready to die. He said, the biggest fool I can think of, somebody that knows he's going on a journey and ain't ready for it. And old day like this, old weather, just little old life lesson. You got to be ready for days like this. You got to be ready for time like this. You ain't got no electricity, but it's good to have that generator ready to go. It's going to be cold. Is your family ready for it? Are you got prepared? We're going to make this spiritual journey. Are you ready? You can sure miss it. You can sure miss it. And so I want to put out this minute today to remind you that, days like this, they declare what's really going on. And we need to be ready for the hour. Now, also talking about days like this, and just as pastor of Victory Church, I want to tell you, a bunch of y'all, how proud I am of you, of different word I've been getting, how y'all been working, you've been helping, you've been doing for people. We got people running, some folks hit some real needs up in Dallas at the street church, and down around here, we got people flying around, getting things done, getting water to people over at your house. I was so happy. I hear about a bunch of y'all got your neighbors in. Y'all got electricity, they don't. Got them over, letting them stay, shower, clean up, do things they need to do, fellowship, looking after old folks. Be sure now, they talking about bad weather coming in tonight. So for those of y'all around here, get your rat killing done. I say rat. I'm sorry, I got all these old country isms to me. That means just things you, piddling about, things you ought to get done. Anyhow, you get all that done before you have to be out on that road. Check on your neighbors. Check on the old folks around you. Make sure them old folks, if their house ain't warm enough, you get them into your house. You get over there, help them out. Here in a little while, this thing starts thawing out. We're going to busted pipes everywhere. People are going to need some help. So be about it. I've been so happy to hear about how many of y'all been out doing and blessing. Like I said earlier, I'd made this deal, and I kind of talked about the same things basically there about the day will declare it. Be ready for a day. Be ready for a day. But I'd mentioned we got a brother here in the church. His name's Shane. I ain't gonna go on his last name, put his business out on internet, but Shane been fighting cancer a long time, and this morning I had put out that they were saying he could go to heaven any minute. Little did I know that while I was talking, that's exactly what was happening. He passed away. A lot of y'all know him here at the church. He fought it as well as anybody ever saw. He was a wonderful, blessed Christian man of gentle spirit and worshipful heart. Was a helper, was a blessing. I never saw anybody fight with a better attitude than that brother did. And he was ready for his day. He was ready for his journey. Oh, we miss him already. He was a blessing, especially in one of our life groups here in the church. But I tell you, see, he was ready. He was ready. Lord, we prayed the Lord would raise him up here, but the Lord chose to lift him up, and that's what he's done. But he was ready. He's home. There's a reward for the children of God. There's a home. There's a better place in this old sin-cursed world. And that's where our brother is. So y'all be praying for all old Shane's family. And make sure you're ready, because there'll come a day when it'll be, if it ain't my name coming across your phone, it'll be your name coming across mine, saying that you made your journey. And hope that you're ready for it. You ought to use an old bitterly cold day like this. I got up, it was 3 degrees. 3 degrees this morning down there in Rosser. And we didn't have any electricity, but I got out there and got to working. The first time in my life I had water. I've always lived in an old house, and it'd get 29 degrees, everything freeze up. But about 3 years ago, we built a new house, and we was building it. A bunch of those boys here, gals, different ones, church helped me quite a bit, to be honest with you. A lot of them donated me a lot of time, did things for cheap, did things at cost. It was a blessing to me and Misty. We appreciate it. And I remember the day they was putting in the ground plumbing, roughing in the plumbing. And there's 2 of our old boys out there. They're both master plumbers. I believe they're both masters. A lot of people helped, but this particular day I was watching Stephen Stubbs and David Johnstone. And then they kept digging, and they kept digging, they kept digging. I told them, boys, I said, it's deep enough. I said, no, it ain't, Brother Todd. And they kept digging, they kept working, they kept doing it. I said, boys, it's good enough for who it's for, And they said, no, Brother Todd. I said, this won't stand the cold. And I said, boys, it don't get that cold around here. And Stubbs looked at me and said, well, preacher, one day it will. And when I got up this morning, that water was running, and I looked over at it, and I thought, I said, they's right. See, they knew that the day would declare it. And you better put the work in while it matters now, because Jesus said the night is coming when no man can work. And so be about your business. Mama them babies. If all the lights is out, it's a good time to tell Bible stories. It's a good time to play games with them. It's a good time to be together and enjoy what the Lord's give you. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful reality. And because around here, soon enough, this will be gone. It'll be 110. We'll be griping for colder weather. All right. I think y'all follow what I'm saying. Y'all be praying for Shane and his family. Get out there, find somebody to bless today. Love y'all. Bye-bye. See you later.